Okay, I'll be recording now.
Thank you very much. Maybe you can put the slides on the slideshow.
Okay.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ISLP's first ever online meeting of country coordinators. So we call it OMCC-1. Next, please. The plan for today is like this. Welcome and introductions. I would like the executive committee members to introduce themselves, and then I would like all the country coordinators who are here to introduce yourselves briefly. And then we will be talking about the objectives of this series of meetings that we are starting today. And then we move on to this annual event that we have, the executive has happily agreed to, to do, and that is the International Day of Statistical Literacy, which is going to be an 8 to 12 hour long online conference. And because I've been in some such other conferences and I've noted that it can be very successful, I think we should be going for this also. And I'm sure that with your help, we can make it something really special. So we'll be talking about that, and then we'll be having some discussion. All of you are more than welcome to participate in that discussion and planning regarding IDSL 1. And after that, I have written the word feedback. That is that you may, dear coordinators, please provide feedback regarding this session, meaning was it worthwhile, or maybe it can be improved. We do plan to have it quite often, like not every second day, but quite often, especially in those months when we are planning for the IDSL, the International Day of Statistical Literacy. If we want it to be an annual event, then if we are going to have it on the second Tuesday of May every year, then obviously the months like January, February, March, April, we would need to be meeting more often in order to prepare for the conference. And in the months like June, July, August, September, October, maybe we can meet less frequently. But of course, the conference is only one of the initiatives. There are so many other initiatives we need to be taking. We have ISLP has already done great work. It's just amazing. But of course, we can always try to do more. So this feedback is just like what you feel about this 1 hour or 45 minutes that will have been spent by that time. And then I would like to request Ria, the director ISLP, to say a few words. And then we will have a group photograph. Nowadays the screenshot is the group photograph, and then a word of thanks. So thank you very much, Elisa, for this. And now let's go to the next slide. Elisa?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So all the country coordinators already know it, but I thought there was no harm in saying this, that the International Statistical Literacy Project is a project initiated by the International Association for Statistical Education, of which I hope that I myself am a life member. I've been that for a long time. And I hope that many of our country coordinators who are here or who are not here, they are also, I hope, full-fledged members of IASE, which is the education section of the ISI. And the main objective of the ISLP is to contribute to promoting statistical literacy across the world among young and adults and in all walks of life. And to this end, we provide an online repository of international resources and news in statistical literacy, international activities to promote the resources and the individuals and institutions behind them, and outreach activities to increase awareness. And in fact, I'm sure you will agree, my dear colleagues, that this is a big challenge, to promote statistical literacy, although it's already been there for 30, 35 years, but still there's so much more to do. Next, please. So this was just a screenshot from the website, and it's, it's so dynamic. So I thought I'll put it here. Next, please. All right, I would like to share the names of our executive. Ria Helenius, as you all already know, she's the director. Pedro is deputy director. Adriana is deputy director. Myself, I'm deputy director, and Irina is also deputy director. Elisa is special project coordinator. Next, please. I just want to see the next slide, and then I might, yeah, there you are. So now I think you can stop sharing, Elisa, for a short while, so that we can get to see everybody more clearly. And I would like to request the executive members to please introduce themselves briefly. So Ria, it starts with you.
Yeah. Good day for everyone at first. I'm Reija Helenius and I'm director of the ISLP. I have been director since 2010 and I have a wonderful team with me, executive team. We are all doing, leading the ISLP project. My main work is at Statistics Finland, where I am a group leader. But ISLP is at first in my heart, and in addition that I am an ISLP director, I am a ISI council member at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think Pedro, Adriana, and others have not yet been able to join. I would like to request Elisa to introduce herself, and I will talk about myself after Elisa has shared about herself.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So, hi everyone. My name is Elisa Falk, and I have a special role in the ISLP. I am lucky enough to work as the special project coordinator. So this means that I work closely with the director and also with the executive and with the advisory board teams. And I also monitor the email inbox. So I have direct communication with most of the people present here today. And it makes me very happy that I can connect to everywhere around the world regarding statistics. Outside the ISLP, I'm a social sciences graduate and I have also worked on many occasions in Statistics Finland. And basically, what I do in the ISLP is that I am linked with all of the ongoing initiatives, be it the poster competition or be it some other activities that we have ongoing, conference presentations, and so on. And a recent highlight for me was to be able to attend the WSC 2023 in Ottawa this summer. So it's a pleasure to be here today and a pleasure to see you all. I think that's my introduction.
Thank you very much. My name is Swaliha Naqmi Habibullah. I'm a professor of statistics at Canaid College for Women in Lahore, Pakistan. I've been there for practically my entire life. It's been a long time and it's been a beautiful time because it is one of the best colleges for women in Pakistan. It is regarded as one of the best. Also, about 2-3 years ago, I took the responsibility of PI-STAR. PI-STAR is the Pak Institute of Statistical Training and Research. and I'm working there honorarily on voluntary basis as executive director. And here, ISLP is also very close to my heart. I've been a member of IASE for a long time. The first ICOTS that I attended, the International Conference on Teaching Statistics, that was way back in 1990. It was, I think, in New Zealand, in Dunedin. And ever since, I've tried to attend all of the ICOTS conferences. I think that's all enough for now. And I now see Adriana. So Adriana, could you please introduce yourself? She's also a member of the executive committee. Adriana, you need to unmute, please. Elisa, do you think there's some problem why she's not able to?
I think there might be a technical issue, perhaps. Adriana, vosotras estáis muteada. Okay, let's give Adriana some more. Okay, yes.
¿Me vas a traducir, Elisa?
Sí, puedo, sí.
Zaleja me pide que haga una introducción o
Sí, exactamente.
o que saluden. Bueno, de todas maneras, la reunión está programada por Zaleja, es muy importante esta reunión para todos, y la participación y la opinión de cada uno de los coordinadores de países. Es como que Zaleja le ha dado un nuevo... La incorporación de Zaleja en el equipo es un nuevo impulso para el ISLP.
Adriana would...
Elisa, if you could translate, yes?
Absolutely, yes. Adriana would just like to commend you, Zaleha, for this excellent initiative of organizing this event. And also it's been a great accolade to the ISLP executive to have you join us in our team.
Well, thank you very much. But we were wanting her a little bit of an introduction. If you could, Adriana, tell us where do you work other than your connection with ISLP?
Y Adriana, ¿es posible introducirse en corta manera vuestro trabajo y todo? Todavía está muteada.
I think it's still muted.
Adriana, ¿estás muteada?
Perdón.
Okay. Now it's okay.
Mi trabajo dentro del ISLP ha sido promover y coordinar Latinoamérica para ayudar a la participación en el concurso de póster, en la interacción entre ellos por el problema del idioma, y a tratar de promover sobre todo en aquellos sectores más vulnerables la participación. Eso se logró con Colombia hace 2 años atrás, pero bueno, después el coordinador de Colombia renunció y en realidad se valora muchísimo el trabajo personal de cada país, y hay varias ideas de pedidos de ayuda de organismos nacionales, como las direcciones de estadística, como las universidades que bastante aportan. Entonces eso es muy importante. Elisa, no sé si...
Okay,
perfect.
we need to
Yes.
be a little brief.
Yes. So, in fact, Adriana has introduced herself since she has a special role as the coordinator also for the Latin American area in the ISLP project. So she supports the local regional country coordinators in all the different activities including the poster competition and any other activities that they might have. And what particularly motivates her is the particularly the most vulnerable populations and the access to statistical literacy in these areas. And she also would like to mention the work of the country coordinators, how they are doing a lot of the work, and her job is to support them.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think we now need to move to the country coordinators. And in the interest of time, I would like to request that everybody may just give a one-liner. We'll have other meetings and we'll have maybe longer meetings than 1 hour, and we will talk at length. So Rajitha I'm pronouncing your name properly? Yes.
Yeah. I'm Rajitha Silva from Sri Lanka. I'm a senior lecturer attached to University of Sri Java, Sri Lanka, and I'm volunteering as a secretary for the Institute of Applied Statistics Sri Lanka, which is the professional body of statisticians in Sri Lanka, which has been incorporated by the parliament. From last year, I was looking for a place to go global level. So I saw this ISLP, so that's why I applied for ISLP, and I saw it's a very nice place to hang out and work as statisticians. So I really like this initiative. Thanks to Seleka. So thank you very much for initiating this.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, I did mispronounce your name. Can I again? I'm worried if I can pronounce it properly. No, not Rajitha. The next one I have on my computer. Marwan, is how do I pronounce your name? Is it correct this time? The spelling is Marwan. Yes. Introduce yourself. And if you can open your camera, that would be nice.
Okay. I open the camera, but I don't see you.
Okay, you can introduce yourself, please.
Okay. My name is Manan. I am international cooperation, international relation coordinator in Kabmas, Egypt. I worked before as IT programming, and I am interested in literacy statistical. I work there in Kabmas about 20 years. I also work as promoting to effective communication of cooperation among nations. My educational and background and professional experience have equipped me with comprehensive understanding of international relation, diplomacy, and the importance of data-driven decision making.
Thank you very much for that. And I missed the country. Which country?
Egypt.
Egypt. Okay, yes. Great. All right. Thank you so much. Pedro has joined. Hello, Pedro. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm sorry because I could not find the link for for today's meeting.
Okay.
I was a little bit lost.
The executive committee members have introduced themselves, but since you couldn't join earlier, I would like to request you to please introduce yourself, just like a one-liner, maybe.
Thank you, Saleha. So my name is Pedro Campos. I'm working currently in statistics, Portugal. So I'm currently the head of the methodology unit, and I'm also associate professor at the University of Porto. I'm a professor of statistics and data analysis, and I'm also currently one of the deputy directors of the ISLP, together with Saleha and Raya, Adriana, and other persons. I'm working together also with Elisa Falk. So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pedro. Actually, I want everybody to know that Pedro has had a long association with ISLP and a lot of contribution. So I see on my computer, it says Statistics Mauritius. So could you please introduce yourself? You are muted. You need to unmute.
I'm Rajni Shirani Subaran. I'm a statistician at Statistics Mauritius. And I work in the Office of Director, and I'm responsible for international organizations, for coordination programs, and for SDDS, because we are an SDDS country now. So I'm more involved with SDDS, and I work with the director. And lastly, we were all involved for the National Strategy for Statistics Mauritius. And then I also organize trainings for the staff of Statistics Mauritius, involved with newsletters, code of practice for statistics in our country. And I'm very happy to be part of this group. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. That's great. So now we have Anushka. Anushka, if you would please introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Anushka. Can you all hear me? I hope.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
it's Anushka Karkilanova. I'm originally from Bulgaria, but live 23 years now in the United States. I teach statistics at University of Kentucky, mainly large classes, core courses, like for everyone to take, like no matter how old they are. The first time I heard about the project was in 2018. In the ICOTS in Japan. So the moment I heard about it, I was like, okay, this is something I would love to do, to connect with people around the world and help everyone to be better in statistics literacy.
Okay, that's great. And I was, when I was looking at the list of country coordinators, I noticed that your name is like you can connect us with all these various people in various parts of Russia.
Yes, because pretty much I speak fluent Russian. I studied 11 years when I was in Bulgaria. So Russian is like almost my second fluent language.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now we have Jukka Hoffren from Finland. So would you like to introduce yourself? And my apologies for mispronouncing people's names. I keep repeating my apologies for that. But I'll get it right sooner or later. Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. I think his voice is breaking. We are not able to hear you properly. Maybe we can come back to you a little later when the signal is better. When the signal is better. And no, it's not working yet. Maybe you could.
You can put off the camera, Jukka. I think it can suit better than.
Yes. If you can please. Yes. No, it's not working yet. But maybe you can write a little bit about yourself in the chat.
Yes.
If you could write about yourself in the chat. Thank you for that. Okay, the next one we have here is, again, is it Dorcas or Dorcas? Can I request you to please introduce yourself? Yes?
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, so my name is Dorcas Kareti. Currently a country coordinator for Kenya alongside 2 colleagues. One of them, Karen Bett, sent her apologies. So I'd like to get that off first. And then the other thing is, even though I am currently based in the UK, I work at Newcastle University. I support clinical trials there as a statistician, but I also support teaching of the public health module for master's students. And I'm glad to be part of this team. I'm also I'm currently the president of the Young African Statisticians Association, And I understand that most of our country coordinators are also ISLP country coordinators in Africa. So I understand that there has been some challenges in getting them involved or them involving themselves in ISLP activities. And I hope that from this, we are going to get that back up so that we can see more African representation, not only in the poster competition, but also ISLP activities. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have here again, is it Najla or Nagla?
Nagla Ahmed. Nagla Ahmed.
Nagla Ahmed. Okay.
Hello. Before I'm starting to introduce myself, I would like to express my gratitude for this participation, which will have a great impact on my personal and particular practical level. My name is Nagla Ahmed. I am working at the General Agency for Public Mobilization in Egypt, CAPMAS. I am a mass communication specialist. I am working at public relation administration. I am very interesting about media and statistics. So I am obtained two diploma from CDC, Cairo Demographic Center in Egypt, general and special. And also I am obtained a master degree from the higher education faculty of research and statistical research from Cairo University. My topics about towards woman empowerment. For my personal interest for this importance of women empowerment, as they are half of society and take care for the other half in the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have Gabriella. Gabriella, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning. Well, my name is Gabriela. I am the ESLP country coordinator from Ecuador. Actually, I am the president in Ecuadorian Statistical Society, and we are working with some projects with high school students, and we could participate the last activity for ESLP project, the ESLP posters, and we have a good participation. And I am very grateful with you for this meeting. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We have Margaret. Margaret, could you please introduce yourself?
I'm a medical statistician and I'm based in Edinburgh in Scotland, and happy to join you. I've worked with ISLP in having a Scottish statistics poster competition in the past, and things got hindered by the pandemic, and so I'd stepped out at that stage, but I'm interested in getting involved again and exploring opportunities for funding prizes for that. So that's sometimes a challenge to get the right sources of support to have prizes for the applicants. So I'm at the very early stages of considering restarting the competition at a Scottish or UK level. The other thing that I've discovered in my experience with running a poster competition is that a great deal of work can be put into trying to attract interest from school teachers in the UK, and it's not for want of effort that we had very few people responding. And I think one challenge to be aware of, I'm not sure exactly what the situation is in other countries, but a lot of secondary school teachers struggle with a lack of background knowledge in statistics. So they're teaching mathematics to students at quite a high level, but they don't feel equipped to design projects and help students design projects in statistics. So I think that has held people back from putting their pupils and their schools forward. So I'm just expressing that challenge with an interest in perhaps discussing that in the future.
Thank you very much, Margaret. We will, I'm optimistic that we will have a number of opportunities to discuss these things because, as I said, this will be an ongoing series of meetings. Now I want to ask you, Elisa, to please read out the introduction that has been written by Yuka, whose mic was not, we couldn't hear him properly. So he has written about himself in the chat. If you could read that out, that would be kind.
Yes. So Yuka's introduction is here. My name is Jukka Hofrén. I am country coordinator in Finland. I work as head of research at Statistics Finland, and I am adjunct professor in applied statistics at the University of Helsinki. Jukka has also been employed with the NSO, Statistics Finland, over 30 years and has been involved as an expert in ISLP competitions in Finland during the last 6 to 7 years.
Okay, that's great. Please, Elisa, help me determine, have I covered everyone or have I missed someone? Monday, I think you have already introduced yourself? Monday Adenimon? Am I right?
I think.
Otherwise,
I believe maybe we haven't heard Monday's introduction yet.
Okay, so please, could you introduce yourself now?
I'm Monday Adenimon.
Yes.
I'm from Nigeria.
From
I
where?
with
Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Okay, great. Please open your camera. It will be nice.
This name. I'm from Nigeria. I lecture with Nasarawa State University in Nigeria. I'm actually professor of statistics, special interest in econometrics and financial time series. I do a lot of things. I'm the chair for ISC, that is Statistical Computing, the African section or African group. I'm also doing some volunteering work with LISA. A lot of work with LISA. I'm also the coordinator for Nasarawa State Arrow Result Group. I love statistics. My interest is to improve statistical computing and literacy in Africa and Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Oh, I think we've covered everybody now. And Elisa, if you would please share the screen again with the slides, then we can carry on.
Absolutely.
All right, we have done this. Now we go to the next slide. Yes. Next, please. Okay, so this is this new initiative. Already the people who are here today, a number of them have expressed their happiness at this, that we are meeting today. Practically for most of us, it is the very, very first time that we are meeting. So that's, I think that's great. So let's please proceed to the next slide. Okay, so my email address is right here. So if we will be, if you would like to provide any suggestions or any comments with respect to this particular initiative, you can, you're welcome to write to me. Next, please.
there's always a little bit of a delay apparently when I, okay, but now it's changed.
Right. So what are the objectives of ISL, I'm so sorry, of the OMCC, the online meeting of country coordinators? Obviously, the first thing would be to promote interaction between and among ourselves, sharing of experiences, discussions and suggestions by the country coordinators, just like we had some comments from Margaret a short while ago. But today we will not be doing too much of general discussion. We will be doing that in the future meetings. But these are the overall objectives. If we do these things, it would be conducive to enhancement of the existing initiatives and launch of new initiatives to further increase statistical literacy around the world. We already have people from so many different countries today, although out of the about 150 country coordinators that ISLP has, we have at this moment maybe 15 or something like that. But even then, it's great that we have people from different parts of the world right now in this meeting. Next, please. Okay, so the next thing is that we would like to start this conference, this annual online conference. Next slide, please. So the first one, because we decided, the ISLP executive decided that it would be the second Tuesday of May every year. In 2024, it will be the 14th of May. So I would like everybody to please mark this on your calendar. Next, please. So here I would like the discussion from everybody. But the point is that since it's a very first, so there was on my part some misjudgment of the time that we would spend on introductions. So already we spent more time on that. I suggest that we can have another meeting not too distant from today, and we can start from here that day. What would be the overall objective of the online conference? Obviously, it is, I mean, it's already obvious that it is to, to highlight the importance of statistical literacy, to showcase some of the best works that have already been done in this regard. We can, I believe, these are the suggestions from my side. We can have invited talks. We can have brainstorming sessions. We can have training workshops, just like we have in any other conference. We have a pre-conference and a post-conference workshop. Here, when I say if it is only one day, then how could be it on another day? No, I would like to say that we can have it on that same day. Like if it is a 12 hours, the first 2 hours could be a workshop, which would be the pre-conference workshop. And the last 2 hours of the 12 hours would be the post-conference workshop. And the 8 hours in between would be the actual conference. These are just ideas that came into my head. Maybe some of them are viable and some are not. But of course, we need your suggestions. This is one of the important goals for us now. So, but before I ask people to actually start saying something, I would like to go to the next slide first. So please, Elisa, go to the next slide. So if we decide that we are happy with these ideas, then obviously we will, and there's where the country coordinators have to play a very, very important role we'll be contacting potential invited speakers. So you would need to identify people and inform us about people who are not necessarily linked with ISLP at this point in time, but if they would be happy to be invited speakers for our conference. contacting potential experts for the brainstorming sessions, how we can promote statistical literacy further in the world, contacting potential experts for these training workshops that I'm talking about, and any other suggestions. Next slide, please, Elisa. And actually, we will need to also start a motivational campaign, I believe, to motivate so many other colleagues that we have in so many other countries acting as ISLP country coordinators to participate in these online conferences. And that is one important goal. Today is the very first one, so there's no problem if so many people are not here. It's just the very first one. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you who have taken time out for this. And then, of course, the other important thing is to motivate the whole world to participate in the very first online conference, the International Day of Statistical Literacy. Next slide, please. So again, anything you would like to say about this conference, you can please write to me. And then, of course, it will be discussed in the executive committee meeting, and with the approval of the director and all the all the deputy directors, we will take decisions. But you are more than welcome to provide your suggestions. Next, please. And next. Okay, actually, now I want to look at the time. We do have time. We can spend about 8 minutes at least on the previous, what I had written previously to, about this conference. And then after that, we will come to this feedback. If any one or more of you would like to say in a very few words what you thought about today's meeting, you could do that. Or you could write it in the chat. We don't need to do it verbally. And after that, what do we have? We can have a look at it right now. Next, please. Elisa, next. Yes, then of course, towards the end of the meeting, we will have closing remarks by Ria, our director. Next, please. Okay, that will be the farewell, but there's one more slide coming. Yeah, so everybody, please, you get ready for the group photograph with your cameras open, and that will be it. So please, we can stop sharing now. And now I would like to invite people to talk about this conference. What do you think about it? Is it a good idea? And if it is, then how we may. So please, you can raise your hands. Whoever would like to say anything, you could raise your hands, please. Okay, Monday, please go ahead.
For me, it's a great idea. This conference is a welcome idea. And from what you have put down, they are very good. The conference can go this way. Invited session. I think the brainstorming session, is this similar to panel session? The brainstorming session, is it similar?
I can't hear you properly. Can you? Yes?
I will type it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but exactly what is your suggestion? Can you please repeat that?
No.
Any suggestion?
No, for me,
yes?
There's no more suggestion. The outline, like the invited talks, is very welcome. The brainstorming session is also very welcome for that, for the conference, and the training workshop, which is the pre and the post. They are very welcome.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Let me ask people to say a few words now, and then please write it in a little more detailed. If you would write it and send it to me. I think that will be excellent. So thank you very much for that. And now, Margaret, you also had raised your hand.
So I welcome becoming involved, and I'm aware it's certainly in different parts of the world there's already a strong interest on the topic of statistical literacy. So there may be opportunities to, excuse me, to unite with people who are already trying to pursue the same goals rather than working in competition. That's the first point I think I wanted to highlight. And the second thing is perhaps, obviously, we would want some discussion around the topic of time zones, which is quite a challenge. And I think the online setting has its advantages in some ways, but of course, in an in-person setting, we would have no choice. We'd all have to be there at the same time, which in some ways is helpful because you don't have to work out how you're going to keep everyone happy. And I just wondered, one option I've seen elsewhere is having sessions at different times to suit different time zones, depending on how many you're trying to cover. Because while today we've tried to bring as many people together under the one time, and it seems that a lot of people have been able to come, I think if we have a more worldwide perspective, it could be quite challenging to have a conference across the nations. But I'm not an expert in that, but I'm just making observation about that maybe the option of having different times of the day for different parts of the world.
Thank you very much for that. Actually, I'm also a member of the Caucus for Women in Statistics, and they have started this kind of an initiative 2 years, 2 conferences they've had. Theirs is a 24-hour conference. And obviously, nobody can be there for 24 hours. So they manage it in some way, like you're saying, something similar to that. So definitely we'll have a discussion on that. I mean, that's obvious, but thank you very much for that. Which other colleague would like to give some more suggestions? Anushka, would you like to?
I support the idea. The time zoning, it's different. Of course, I can understand why my colleagues won't join. It's 5 a.m. in the morning after Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But whatever I can do, not specific ideas yet, but I was reading the text here. If we will be presenting, discussing, I think mainly sharing things that work, especially in teaching. I would be very, very interested in whatever I can help with. Support idea.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And we just now have Pinto joining us. So welcome. And could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning to everyone. Sorry for this delay. It's 2 hours difference of your time in the Finland, and I was here with some technical issues to connect. But anyway, I'm here and I'm very glad to join you. So I'm Pinto Martins. I'm from Portugal. I work at Statistics Portugal office, and I'm one of the national coordinators for Portugal also.
Okay, thank you very much. So Rajita, you're from Sri Lanka. Do you have any suggestion for this conference? Rajita, are you there?
Yeah, I'm thinking of engaging with the or coordinating with the professional national bodies if we can, so that we can attract more people from each country. For example, we have this. I'm representing that Institute of Applied Statistics Sri Lanka, which is the professional body in Sri Lanka for statisticians. We can. I can communicate with them and contact more people to attract for this conference. For example, for the abstract presenting, and also for brainstorming sessions. We can do if you can communicate with the national bodies.
Okay, thank you so much. So you could help us in getting invited speakers also and in experts, all those people. I see another person has joined, Manal Mustafa. I just now saw they had joined, but now again, they're not there. So anybody else who would like to say anything, please do. This is the time, but of course, okay, Nagla, would you please?
Yes, holding a conference is a good idea to celebrate a special day for literacy of statistical. CAPMAS, Central Agency for Public Mobilization in Egypt, have many programs and activity events to spread statistical awareness among the members all of Egyptian society.
Mm-hmm. So you can also then, I'm sure, get a lot of people, well, at least a few people interested in this conference. So thank you for that. And Manal, am I pronouncing your name properly? Manal Mustafa?
Yes, Manal Mustafa.
So could you please introduce yourself?
I introduced myself before.
Yes, she was here under a different name before.
With,
I see.
now with camera.
Okay, okay, good. That's great. So,
perhaps I could quickly mention a comment from the chat, which is Dorcas Karethi has said that it's a great idea, but she's just thinking out loud if the conference would have discussions and paper presentations in addition to the workshops.
Yes, yes, yes. When we say invited speakers, obviously they are invited papers. But I think what she means is that will we also have contributed papers like we have in many other conferences? Is that what you mean, Dorcas? Are you asking about contributed paper?
That's exactly what I'm referring to. Because if it's going to be a 24-hour conference, I'm imagining.
No, ours, I don't think we will have a 24-hour one, maybe 8 hours and the other four hours for the workshops, maybe. But even if it is an 8-hour one, we can still have room for contributed papers, because if people are interested in that, you know, Zoom has the ability of parallel Zoom rooms. So, you know, you can have the parallel sessions. I'm an honorary executive director of PyStar, and we have started the series of annual conferences by the name of, you know, the PyStar Global Statistics Conference. And in that, we have these parallel sessions. So people with the contributed papers, some would go into Zoom room 1, Zoom room 2, and so that's not a problem. It is 3:57 on my computer. In Pakistan, it is 3:57. So I think we can stop here. So Elisa, we don't need to share it. I think we will remember that the next thing was the feedback from the participants regarding this meeting. Anybody would like to say anything about this meeting? Was it worth your time, or anything else?
Perhaps I can quickly start that. I think it's been a wonderfully productive meeting, and we've already had some brainstorming ideas, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having the next meeting soon. I think this has been a great success as our first meeting together.
Thank you for that. And next,
there is Gabriela Castro asking for something. I think.
Yes, I would like to ask if we can host a national event. I mean, look for speakers from, in this case, for example, for Ecuador, and we can make a little workshop for Ecuador, and maybe to make an activity with the students from schools as part of this day.
Okay, that's a great idea, I think. I think it's a great idea. So we can have something like that. Thank you very much for that. And Pedro, would you also like to give some comments from your side?
Just to thank all the country coordinators for being here, and I hope that this great initiative that comes from many of you, in particularly from Saleha Abibullah, is fruitful to put us more in contact in this network of country coordinators, because indeed we are trying to connect, but sometimes it's very hard. We are all working in different things, so I think this will be a very good initiative to meet and to meet regularly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pedro. Ria, I think it's time for you to give some closing remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Saleha. I would like to thank you all for participating our first ever online meeting. And I would like to say that we will continue this kind of meetings by lead of Saleha, and we will market you about our next meetings soon. And Saleha, my warmest thanks for you. You have made a great work for the ISLP, and especially starting this initiative. And I would like to say that it's wonderful that Saleha is now in our executive team. My warmest thanks again, Saleha. And
thank you so much.
I am already waiting our next meeting, and I think there our coordinators can also have presentations too, and then and tell about their experiences and ideas how we can together improve statistical literacy. But thank you once again for you all. And I think now it's time for our group photo.
Thank you very much, Ria. So please, I would like to request everybody to open their cameras. Other than those who just simply, for whatever reason, just cannot do it, please do open your cameras. I'm here with my phone and my laptop. So because of some problem with my laptop, Nagla is also, I think, not comfortable opening the. Elisa is also here with two devices. But Statistics Mauritius, my dear colleague, I can't see you. You need to turn the. Yeah, now I can. Now I can see you. And this Zoom user. Hello, Zoom user. May I know your name, please? Zoom user, please, if you would unmute.
You are muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was muted. Yeah, my name is Nadeem. I am joining from New Caledonia, so I think I have to change my name. So I'm trying to do it now.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do it.
So, but unfortunately, you joined late. So now, but it's good to have you still. And I would now like to. Everybody can, if I can do the print screen, I think everybody can do it. And I think we are all happy with this. Otherwise, we would have not opened our cameras. I'm extremely grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you very, very much. It's really been very, very special. And I'm optimistic that we will, inshallah, proceed with it, and we will do good work. Further good work. Thank you, everybody, and bye-bye.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.